What's up everyone, it's Willette with Urbex and Coasters, and today we're going to be doing another video looking at the Redwoods of Humboldt State Park. I forgot to record an intro back in the state park, so I'm doing it now, I guess. So, the Redwoods today, they seem pretty similar to the other ones we've looked at. We've got more hollows, we've got more downs that have big holes with the roots, so we do have a few more things like that we're looking at. So it's very similar to the stuff we have looked at in our journeys through the Redwoods. But yeah, so without further ado, let's enjoy the Redwoods. So we do have a downed tree here. You see it's sticking up like that. But you know, if we look inside here, you can see that goes pretty deep. Like, I don't know how to illustrate this, but it's like I would not want to be climbing down there. I would not want to jump down there. I'll just say that, because like, I mean, you've got the whole root system, so I mean, I'd say that's maybe 4 meters to get down there. It's significant. So I've got another cave here, but something interesting about this is we had to take this path down to where we were at, and we can see how high the ceiling is. It's unfortunate that it looks like like people have potentially had campfires in here. Don't do that. I mean, we need to respect these trees because they are from before our time. They were here before us, so they'll be here long after us. So you need to have some respect for them. Let's not do campfires like this, but you know, it's cool to have spots to hang out like this with these caves. So we've got a double cave here. So we have this huge one over here, and then we're in this one over here. We're going to transfer to the other one. You can see the beautiful way the tree has built itself up. And there's the one we started in. So this is a spot where we can really see the whole mother tree thing with the Redwoods. So you've got these trees on the end, which, as you can see, are very clearly still alive. But then you've got the big center tree here that has fallen and has gone away. And I mean, this may be remnants of the mother tree, but I mean, we can see that it would have been here. So I wanted to show off a close shot of the river here. So like, I mean, this river, it really flows among these giant trees. So like, I mean, it's a very scenic route, that's for sure. According to Google Maps, this is the South Fork Eel River, but like, I mean, I think it deserves a name more grand than that. So like, I mean, I'm going to be looking to see what the real name of the river is. If I'm able to find it, you will see it edited in here. You will see me type it in. If not, then, well, I mean, it's just the South Fork Eel River and deserves a much more grand name than that. Look at that tree up there that the top came off. So those caves we love so much, we've got a little one on a tree that is relatively little. Speaking relatively, like I mean, it's still bigger than your average tree, but I mean, relatively speaking, compared to the other redwoods, this one's fairly small, but it's still got that cave. So this is what can happen to a trail when you have just a few branches fall. Where you've got it covering the trail. You can't even see where the trail is. But, like, I mean, the real reason I came here is for these groves. The camera does not do it justice. I'm gonna try to show it from up here. So these two, and then there's these guys. You can barely see the top when I point these straight up. So like that does give you some scale to how tall they are, but not to how big around they are. Like no picture is going to do justice to that, except for maybe watch our video from yesterday where there was one that was downed that had a tunnel that we could walk through. So that's the closest thing to justice that a picture can do to how big these things are. So with this tree, we've got an eye right here. And then if we tilt the camera, we can see a rattler right there. Big ol' rattler. And then zooming in really close into this redwood tree. That appears to be an acorn with an eye. Could that be some kind of message that the tree is trying to send there? And then at the start of this trail, there was something about seasonal bridges being out. Well, here they are. Just sitting here, piled up, waiting to be put back on. I mean, I imagine just like roller coaster cars, they gotta do a complete take apart and rebuild them every year, just to make sure that they are structurally sound. And if we look up here, we can zoom in. This redwood tree has some albino growth on it. Not sure whether this is an individual tree that's growing in soil that gathered on the redwood tree itself, and it's somehow fused into that one to be able to use it as a host way up there, or if it is just a growth off of this tree. But anyway, it is still cool. If I had to speculate about how this happened, I would guess that at one time there was an albino tree that was growing using this tree as a host, and through the passage of time, it fused into this tree. And because the DNA of an albino was in it, it put out an albino growth. If I had to guess, that's probably what happened here, but I mean, I don't know for sure, but it's pretty cool to see. So we just climbed this thing from the outside. And, you know, we do get a little bit of a better vantage point up here. So, for example, over here, we can really see a nice fairy ring formation with these trees. Over here, we can really see that. And then we get you can see another one over here where we've got a really nice fairy ring. The fairy rings here in this campground are really nice. So I just thought I'd show some of these guys off.